Okay, this is prosperity here, and it looks like what you want to do is empty a pile so that cities become active, and then you play many goons. That's pretty much it, really. There's also bishop on horde, which is nice. Bank could be an idea with ventures, maybe, but I really think you want to go for the goons thing. So my opponent has 5-2, which is a little bit uncomfortable on this board. A royal seal is okay. Opening quarry, nothing is okay. I plan to open the quarry, of course. Um, city is also okay, as my opponent ends up going for here. On my 4-3, I'm thinking of quarry and silver. If I could snipe and expand early, that'll be quite good for me. I can expand these estates into cities and proceed to empty the city pile to make the cities draw more. So city nothing against Corey Silva, and I do manage to get up to the expand here actually, which I didn't expect to happen. I was expecting Goons or City even, but instead I get the expand, and I happily take that expand. Um, 3 here, I could pick up another silver, but I don't want to. I don't think I need to get more silver. I would much rather pick up a quarry, a second quarry at this point, rather than the silver. So I skip on the silver. I say I don't want it, and the deck rewards me with this hand. Well, that has nothing to do with it, but this is not great at all, right? I can't buy anything here. 4 for my opponent. Um, Workers Village, the second quarry is okay, and Bishop is okay too. He probably, I didn't like the Bishop by there. I would have gone for a second quarry or a Workers Village. Probably a second quarry. Yeah. So what last hand means is that my expand is not gonna find any estates. Instead, it will just find a copper, which I convert to a silver. There's nothing else really to do with that. I could have not expanded and gone for goons there, but I felt trashing was a little bit more important than just getting the goons at that point. And I would have still been able to buy a city. So here on 4, I am going to pick up the Workers Village, which is pretty nice for the plus buy, especially with the quarry around. And my opponent gets a second quarry, which is totally reasonable here, especially with the kinds of plus buy on the board. So the bishop comes out, he trashes, I trash, and a workers village for him there. I'm going to finally expand an estate into a city here and still have enough money to buy another city. So we're looking okay on the city split so far, and this is what you don't want to have happen, both quarries in the same hand. But it allows my opponent to get expand, so I guess it wasn't terrible for him. I mean, both quarries with no plus buy is what I mean. Having both quarries is good. It's even better when you have a source of plus buy in your hand. So he does have the workers village, so it's only a matter of time before it finds the quarry. So expanding an estate here into a city, and yeah, he sees it expand right away on an estate, so that's real good for him. Here I do find my expand with one of my estates, and I have to take the last city here. If I don't take it, well, my opponent gets it, and though I grant him first use of the improved cities, I end up with more cities than him, so that should be um, a good enough advantage to take this game home here. So what my opponent has to do really is make the game as short as possible because he has less cities. And yeah, he sets about doing that quite nicely. Gets 2 quarries down here with the workers village and is able to pick up a pair of goons, which is going to help his case immensely. In the meantime, my deck is looking real good here. I'm able to draw everything, even expand and draw into the expanded thing immediately. So I turn a silver into a goons, no hesitation there, and I play the goons of course, and I'm gonna pick up a goons here and a couple workers villages. Couple workers villages for the plus buy. More plus buy means more points from goons, and if I have a turn like this, I actually pick up a bishop over the workers village. I don't know why. Maybe I should have picked up a workers village there, huh? Seems like the better thing to do over the bishop. Well, so my opponent hits me with goons here, and the bishop comes out shortly after. He trashes his expand here, which I found quite surprising. That is a key card, I think, and especially for controlling the piles, which City cares about. So I was very surprised to see him trash his expand. I understand that he could get one back relatively easy with both his quarries, but um, I don't like trashing the expand there. Um, so 4 for my opponent is probably going to be just another workers village. Yeah, so just another workers village for him there. I do trash one of my coppers, and I'm just gonna pick up a workers village. So that was a pretty bad turn for me there. Like I drew my deck the turn prior, and then I couldn't make any progress on the turn after that, which is real bad, real bad. Goons comes out for my opponent, followed by a bishop again. So he's creeping up with these bishop points and both his quarries, right? So he's still seeing all the important cards in his deck, even though he doesn't have the draw to quite get everything, and he picks up a heap of workers villages, which is free for him now with the 2 quarries in play, right? So he just needs the buys, which he's getting from the workers village here. So here I'm just able to draw everything in my deck, and what I end up doing here, I the line that I took here, I didn't think my opponent could um, end the game on me, but I mean I didn't check like rigorously what he could do, but I didn't think he could have. Like he would need to find both his quarries and still have enough buys. I do expand into another quarry there, planning for a pile out of my own. So I have 6 buys here, 9 coins. So what I end up doing is a pair of workers villages, trying to angle to activate my city's mid-turn so that I could potentially pile out the estates. Which is why I leave just 1 workers village in the pile, and I pick up a goons, I believe, with it. However, my opponent, you'll see here, is able to find all that he needs, not stalling at all, to pile out the game. He finds both his quarries and enough buys to get the remaining goons and the last workers village. So yeah, that happened. I thought I was going quite well, especially with winning the city split, but yeah, I left the piles too thin and paid the price for it. So that was prosperity in a flash for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.